Okay, so we have our heel down. We have a little foot of our heel, and it's all dry and ready to go. Usually I'd let this sit there and dry at least for another day or so if possible. And I'm going to use royal icing because it's the best glue we have. Put a healthy amount on the edge of the heel there. And now I'm taking my very dry sole, and I'm just going to place it right on top. And we'll let that dry. And now what I can do actually, you want to do it at the edge, sorry. If there is a little gap, you can fill that back in with whatever royal icing color you're using. So I'll use a little bit of white. All right. So now you've got the basic structure of the shoe, and this is the fun part. You can really get creative with the decoration of the shoe. If you wanted to add a strap here, you could put a piece of saran wrap and have it dry around it. You could also have them kind of unraveling as if they were untied. If you wanted to make a full shoe, you'd then have to create the top part by building up some saran wrap in here. I'm going to show you how to do a sandal shoe. Okay, so now we're going to make the pretty part of the shoe, which I've just been told by one of my associates it's called the Vamp, not the top part of the shoe. So we're going to make the Vamp of the shoe. So I'm basically making a strip. Just up a little bit. And it's always a good idea to put some Tylose in this also because it'll help it set up quicker. I have my shoe here, and I've put a little piece of saran wrap there to act as the body of it. First I'm just going to put it on to see if it is the right length. It seems to be pretty good. So I'm then going to take a little bit of royal icing at the end of each of these strips. And we're going to want this to dry for a good amount of time ahead of time. Again, probably a couple days or so. You can also make this off of the shoe if you wanted to. You could just have this sitting and you could make that strap ahead of time and then attach it. I like to do it this way because this way I can mold the strap if I need to. And now you can decorate this any way you want. You could put beads, you could pipe some decoration. I'm going to put a little bow. Okay, I'm going to make the bow now for the top of the shoe, and I just cut a strip of gum paste out, and I'm going to take just a little bit of water right in the middle, and fold both ends in. Like this. And then I'm going to take my 2 fingers and pinch. Like that. Now what you can do is just kind of fluff up the tails a little bit, the loops I mean. If your gum paste is very white, you might want to stick a little piece of saran or something in there to keep it up. And then for the center, I'm going to make a pleat and then fold it over. So the center of the bow looks a little bit ruched. And wet it and then wrap it around the middle. And connect it in the back. Okay, so now we have our bow. And I've just taken 2 little pieces of gum paste and made little tails like this. So I'm going to take my shoe. And I'm going to take a little bit of water. Just attach the tails first. So. and you have your shoe, and you're gonna let it dry like that for, like I said, probably about another couple days. Okay, so now we're going to dress up our board. I put some icing down, and I'm just taking a thin sheet of fondant and call this fabric. It looks like fabric. And you're just going to very gently, delicately put it in front like that. And along the edge, you can just take an X-Acto knife and cut away your excess. And we're going to keep doing this until the entire board is covered. Okay, great. So now we have our board covered. Our top is all done. At this point, you can either write your name of your favorite store, you can write your own name, you can write happy birthday, you could decorate it with polka dots or whatever you want. And you can take your finished shoe, and you can either place it right on top, and that's where the little spike helps, you can stick it right in. Or you could also stick it on the front of the board like this. And then it looks really cute. And then if you wanted to do an open lid versus a closed lid, you can either use a piece of styrofoam that's the same size or another piece of cake. And you could fondant up this, and you would just prop it up with a few dowels like this, and then you could stick some tissue paper coming out of it. So that is the finished product.